everybody, I'm Annie B and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. But if you are a regular subscriber, thank you. And if you are a viewer, what's your problem? Just click that little, it's a notification bell. Use, no. The proper order, I think, is that you subscribe, hit the notification bell for upcoming videos so you'll be notified. I think that's what it is. So consider subscribing to my channel, and I would love to have you on board. And just to show you some of the things I create from the bargain bead box, and even the things that I design from the bargain bead box. So let's get started. Now, as you can see, and I'm sure you recognize the beads that on this necklace here. Now, for this piece here, this is necklace number one. I created two necklaces, really. So necklace number one, I use the 56 by 17 millimeter. I use the feather pendant. And the theme, I believe, is taking wind. Yeah, taking wind. And it's a lot of feathers and earth tones in this box. And the colors are really, really gorgeous. I love them. And as you can see, I use some of the feathered charm drops. I use the bead caps that was included, and I used the steel chain, and I connected them with crimp cover and a toggle clasp. And of course, I used the chain that come in the box. This is a good chain. I like this. So this is necklace number one. And if you ever have any questions about anything that I make, just leave me a comment, and I promise you I will respond. So let's go on to necklace number two. Okay, this is necklace number two. And this is a very basic necklace, and I utilized the chain that was included in the box. And what I only did was I created a cluster. And in this cluster, I used one of the rondelle beads, that golden shimmer. And I used the bead cap here. And I used one of those little bitty feather charms and the feather embellished drop. So you got that little leaf in there. And I created this little drop, and I added, secured it with a jump ring. And I added to this chain, and I have a just an ordinary clasp to it, and this is a simple but nice looking necklace. So that is number two. Okay, now to the bracelets. I actually made 4 bracelets, and I'm just going to show you these 3, and I'll show you the fourth one in just a second. Now, this is the first one that I made, and I use the, I believe these are the 4 by 3 millimeter crystal rondelle beads, the beads with the shimmer, and they are really shiny and sparkly. Aren't they cute? Now, this design, I used, I had some butterfly charms in my stash. I had some small spacer, and I use a heart shape clasp. I got quite a few of these, and these are really, really cute. And I made this bracelet right here, and it is so cute. And I added a little dangle onto it as well. See that little bitty dangle? And I just love that, you know, when you put your bracelet on and it has that little, you know, that little wiggle effect. I like that. So that is number one. And the second bracelet that I made, I used the crystal rondelle beads. I believe they said these are the goldenrod shimmer. There's a lot of sparkly beads in here this time. And I used some small gold spacers, and I use a lobster. Well, I use a clasp from my stash here. And I love this type of clasp. It's pretty. Got that lovely flowers, and it just goes so well with the shimmer on the beads here. Now, the third bracelet that I made, now this one is cute. I like this one because for this one, I used an assortment of the beads that was in the box. I used the 8 millimeter Jasper round beads, and I used the, I hope I pronounced it right. What is it? Monike, Well, anyway, the round beads, and I use some of those nugget beads as well. And I use a bead cap, gold spacer, and toggle clasp to make this piece here. So these are the three bracelets that I made. But my favorite is this bracelet right here. I love this right here. You know, I participate in a copper jewelry making class, and this was one of the patterns that we used. And I decided, okay, I will use some of those beads that came in the October box. So I made this piece. Now this is the one that I actually made in class. This is the piece right here, and the clasp, I don't like it. Look at it, just looked too duckish or something. Didn't turn out right at all. So I decided I would just put that aside, and I experimented with this one here. And I believe this bracelet is called the Figure 8 bracelet. And I used those 6 millimeter, I think is it Moonite beads, and I made a clasp and just strung them together. And I use 18 gauge wire and 22 gauge wire on this piece right here. And the beads are gorgeous. The beads that came in this month box is so fallish. They are really, really nice. So those are the bracelet that I made. And hang on a second, I'll show you the earrings. I'm just going to rush through this. I'm not going to hold you long, so hold on just a sec. Now for the earrings, I actually made 4 pairs of earrings, and these also came from the design came from my copper jewelry class that I attend. And on this pair, actually we made this size first, and they're just so long. And as you can see, I used one of those little shimmer beads from the October box, but this was a little long, so I decided I would just experiment with it, and I made this smaller piece here. And I used one of those peacock beads. I made a little dangle, and I used one of those peacock beads. And I actually put some texture on this one. Now, I did not put any texture on this one at all, but I add a little embellishment, a little swirl, some seed beads around that one. And these are, as I said, these are the swirl copper earrings that came from my class. That's where that design came from. Now let me show you the others. This is pair number 3. This is just a basic, simple pair of earrings that I made here. And what I just used one of those Mukite, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I used one of those beads. I used the bead cap, and I use a lever bag. And these are cute, very wearable. And the last pair, now I love this pair. This is a cute pair of earrings. They're slim and they hang very nice. And I use another type of lever bag earrings here. And I made a leaf charm here, and I used some of those crystal rondelle beads, you know, the one that got the little shimmer and the golden spacer. And that is it. Those are the items that I made. I am sorry if I rushed through it, but if you have any questions on anything that I made, you know, all you have to do is just leave me a comment, and I would love for you to just join the party. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, I take pictures of my items, and I will show them to you at the end. So you just hang on just a sec.